What's going on, folks? Will at Heroic Studios back at you with another video. Now, I like playing around with different kinds of filament. Glow-in-the-dark filament, loved it. Silk filament, I can get behind that. Wood filament, still working on it. But when I got into resin printing, I thought to myself, are there different kinds of resin out there that give you different kinds of effects? So, you got the craft resin, you got the ABS-like resin, which is really flexible, you got the rigid resin that doesn't break when you drop it, not as brittle. So I thought to myself, all these different kinds of resins out there, is there a maybe glow-in-the-dark resin that we can play with? And sure enough, you look for it, it's there. Tech has been my go-to resin for the last few weeks or so. It's pricey, sure, but when you print with it, you really do get some extraordinary effects with this stuff, and it just brings out the detail and everything about the print into so much better just resolution than what you would get with like an eco UV resin or something like that. But if you go on Tech's website, you can get a full kilogram bottle of this resin for a little over $50. Yeah, you can get it on Amazon, but you're gonna pay a bit more. But I ordered it straight from their website with free shipping, and it arrived, and I gotta say, this stuff works really well. So without further ado, we're gonna jump right into it, guys. Take notes because this stuff is really good, and maybe go over to Tech's website and grab yourself a bottle. So let's jump right into this video.
All right, there it is, all nice and printed. Let's take this off. It looks really cool. I can actually somewhat start it to see it glowing. So let's take it off and see what it looks like. This isn't bad at all. This looks really good. I'm actually impressed. Now, let's get it washed up, cured, and let's see if this bad boy actually glows. Alright, we have it curing now. Looks like a pretty decent print. I can entirely get behind this thing, but we're going to see how well it actually glows. Kind of looks like it's already glowing, but that's probably because of the resin being already translucent. And because of the yellow acrylic casing kind of gives off that vibe. But I guess we'll see. Alright, it is fully cured, and you can already see it's somewhat kind of glowing because of the UV light. So let's see what this thing looks like without this light on. Alright. Oh my. Now that's cool. That is really freaking cool here. A glow-in-the-dark resin. Oh man, that is awesome. I wonder how bright we can get it. Let's find out. Alright, so now I have the light just charging it up directly. So it's been about a few minutes. Let's see what it looks like. Oh my, that is really cool. Oh dude, that looks really great. Probably just like one side because of where the light was exposed to it, but that is still pretty neat. Alright, well let's see how this works with a UV light. Now, for those of you who are wondering, yes, I'm wearing protective eyewear to protect against the UV lights. So I'm going to go ahead and flick this on. And I'm going to just, kind of like as though you're curing. This is basically what's going on now. I want to see if this actually glows brighter with UV light as opposed to just regular old light bulb light. So that'll record. We're going to see what happens. You can already kind of see it glowing, but there is some filament out there for 3D printers, obviously, that only uses UV light for their glow in the dark, and that's usually like with the purples, with the blues, the turquoises and stuff. So it's kind of a drag that you need to put it out in the sunlight, but if you have one of these little lamps here, it's not that big of a deal. Look at my power axe, it's almost finished. I can't wait to finish it up. All right, that looks pretty good to me. And my beautiful wife is going to turn off the light to see how well this is glowing. All right, let's turn off the UV light and let's see. Oh man, that is so cool. But you know, it might look brighter in the camera, but I think for the most part, it's about the same between light bulb light and UV light. But this stuff is really cool. I can really dig this. Yay me.
So for those of you wondering what my support settings were, I did not change anything on my Mars 2 Pro. I've used the same default settings on my Mars 2 Pro that I've been using since I unboxed it, since it came right out of the box. I have not tweaked it because my Mars has been the most reliable printer that I've had ever since I started getting into resin printing. So I've never tweaked it. So the exposure settings, the bottom layers, all that fun stuff have been pretty much the same since I took it out the box, using Lychee Slicer, obviously. My support settings are the same as my previous video on how I do my support. So if you haven't checked that out, go take a look at it. A lot of people really enjoyed it, really helpful, and it helped me make it. Well, that didn't make any sense, but you get what I'm trying to say. So this thing is awesome. Now, I thought I would have to tweak the support settings on the Mars, but I wasn't really sure about the glow in the dark, material that's in the resin. I thought it would like interfere with the UV light. I've heard people use like a glow in the dark epoxy or like some kind of glow in the dark powder after the resin is done. That's cool and all, but I like to kind of reduce the steps in my projects to make sure I can get the most out of it. And just pouring the resin in, hit and go, and coming out with this awesome print is a-okay with me. I love this stuff so far, and so far I haven't really had any problems. My only issue, and it's a really stupid one, is I don't have a lot of things that I want to print that I would like to see glow in the dark. So if you guys have any ideas or suggestions that will look good, that will look cool, glow in the dark, let me know. But for the most part, like I said, I didn't do anything special with this resin. I hit go on my Mars, it came out fine. My support settings are as I've always used them, nothing special there. So really easy stuff to use. You don't really have to do much to it, but this stuff is super expensive. So if you're gonna buy a bottle, make sure you use it sparingly and you're not wasting it. But other than that, this stuff is great, and I can't wait to go out and see what else I can print that can glow in the dark, because I'm really stoked on what else this thing can do. And that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, share it, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I am answering questions. And before I go, I just want to point out that this week I did launch a Patreon. So if you're doing resin 3D printing, I got some goodies over for you over at my Patreon, patreon.com/Will@Work Studios. Go check out what I'm doing and get a sneak peek of what's to come in September. So I will see you guys next time on another video. My power axe is almost done, and I will be doing a build video with that, with a how-to video with that as well. Running into some issues, but you'll find out in the video. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.